Love a city where they Guadalupe procession. How beautiful is that? This main streets are shut down on Sunday for bikers and hikers. And hello, God bless you. Buenos dias. Our Lady of Guadalupe.
Good morning.
Good morning. The church where we're having Mass today is called Our Lady of Pilar. Pilar was from the 1st century, where James the Apostle went to Spain to bring the gospel, but the gospel was not received, and Mary appeared to him standing on a pillar and promised he'd have converts and they'd be as strong as the pillar. And that is one of the most famous devotions in all of Spain, and here our Mass begins. There's Our Lady of the Pillar.
Take this, all of you, and drink from it, for this is the chalice of my blood, the blood of the new and eternal covenant, which will be poured out for you and for many, for the forgiveness of sins. Do this in memory of me.
This was the Aztec temple where they offered human beings as sacrifices, and they ate the bodies. It was eating of the body and blood of the human sacrifices. But here we have the cathedral right next door, built here I think on purpose, so that we have over here we also eat the body and blood, and also it's to appease the gods. But here it's very different, and this is the way the Indians were taught, because they were taught that there was a sacrifice over here of eating the body and blood of the god, and they don't have to do it over here, eating the body and blood and sacrificing those who have the face of God. Population densities had more likelihood to have human sacrifices. I read some studies on that, and these people were 500 people per square mile, if I remember right, and that really expanded the sociological need, but they would practice they didn't see it that way. They would just, it was like human beings were so plentiful that we could afford to sacrifice them. So anyway.
Gracias. Gracias.
Here we are arriving at the Bishop's Palace, which used to be where the bishop lived, and it's where the tilma was first seen.
Didn't allow her to come in.
I'm talking about Juan Diego coming to this place to show the tilma.
He showed roses, but it was a surprise because Our Lady was right here, and in the moment of that, she stamped on all of the cloak of this man. The Archbishop, the guards.
We're walking from the Bishop's Palace, where the tilma was first seen of Our Lady Guadalupe. We're walking back to take a tour of the cathedral. Sunday morning and afternoon in Mexico. It's a very pagan national There's the Archbishop of Mexico.
And they are coming to.
There's Archbishop of Mexico. We stopped here in this chapel inside the cathedral to give everybody a chance to just have a personal time of prayer. For us, it's our 40th anniversary. So we are very grateful and thanking God for that today here at the cathedral in Mexico City. Here we are, still two lovebirds. There's a guy up there swinging the bell. I can see him swinging the gong. Enjoying all of this. The timing today has been unbelievable. Next, we visited the parish church right next door, and there was a lot of family events going on. I think a lot of baptisms with cute little girls and guys getting their white gowns. We had a fun time watching all of them, and then we went to lunch. We chose this place for lunch because of its excellent food, but also because of the view. Here we are arriving for lunch, and we see our salads ready to go, and of course we always have wine with our meals and great appetizers, great fun with friends. The reason we chose it is it's looking right over the balcony to the cathedral, so we can see and hear everything going on while we eat our delicious lunch before we head out again for a wonderful afternoon. By the way, these pork chops were excellent. We stopped at the religious articles store, actually a whole mall full of them, and gave people a chance to buy some religious items. People want to take these things back home with them, so we gave everybody a chance for some very good shopping before we headed back. Traffic is at a standstill. Sunday afternoon, everybody's out walking around.
El de la escalera, ¿no? El de la escalera. El cuate más.
We're here to see the painting of Diego Rivera called Man, Controller of the Universe, and the other paintings too, murals, but here we are going in, our group. We arrived at the Palace of Fine Arts, which you can see written here in Spanish, and I wanted to have a mock debate with Diego Rivera, an ingenious, brilliant artist, but he preached through his art Marxism and atheism, and so this is the main mural we're going to discuss, and I made a handout for our group to highlight the various points, and here we go.
Yes.
That's Darwin. Marxism and the political stuff's on that side. This is the science. And so look at Darwin. He's the one that says in evolution, God's not involved. And look at where he's pointing down. This guy. Thank you. See, look where Darwin's pointing. Look at that, he's telling us we came from the monkey, and you go down from the monkey, and what do you see? You see a baby, we came from the baby. Then you go down that to the turtle and fish, and we came out of the ocean. So there's no longer this God anymore, Christianity. Darwin is now the one who's telling us where we came from. We came from the monkeys and from nature. That's where we all began. Now think of the churches we've been going to. What do you see when you go there? You walk in, you see all the saints and all these beauty, and the saints draw you up, and there's Mary, and the next thing you know, you're in heaven, right? So the church draws you into life, and it takes you right up into heaven and to the glory of God in the heavens. This is doing the exact opposite. You walk in and you see the gods, and they're broken. Nothing is working. So that draws your eyes down, and Darwin makes sure instead of your eyes being drawn up to the eternal, your eyes are being drawn down to the mundane, to this. And it's saying, remember Paul says in Romans chapter 1 that they gave up the invisible God, even though they knew him, his invisible attributes, and they knew him. They gave him up and began to worship the creature rather than the creator. That is a perfect example of they begin to worship the creature and they look to the creature.
Veronica says that that monkey looks a lot like
Yeah, well, they do. You know, you look a lot like your men live like their gods, by the way, and that becomes their god. So this is drawing your eyes down, and it's men become, instead of looking to God for your morals and looking to God for the meaning of your life, now men look down to nature and they start to look to nature for their meaning. They begin to worship the creatures, and that is just so amazing. Now, see, these students, they're all so engaged in learning. See, there's some black ones, white ones, Asians, all of them, they're engaged in learning. What are they looking to learn? They're looking up at the man at the center of the universe. That's running the center of the universe. They're also noticing, see this guy? On this side, there's these two big antennae, like lenses that are directing the light. And you see the guy there kind of looking at us and pointing his finger? He's saying, look, these other people, they're the problems. Here we want bread. Divided, we starve, united, we eat. It's like we can't eat bluebirds. And over here you have a sign. We spent about 45 minutes in front of this painting, and I went into great detail about all of the amazing aspects. Here's Zeus and the man who's in control of the universe, and he's got his hand on this globe, and the bourgeois drinkers, and the Lenin working with all the workers, and Marx and Engels. We had a great time discussing the whole thing and arguing with him and presenting the Christian perspective. Well, after we left the Palace of Fine Arts, we walked across the beautiful Central Park on our way back to our hotel. Here we are, coming out of the Palace of Fine Arts, and we're heading back to our hotel. Give everybody some free time. Here's our group. Oh, there it is. See Steve right there. And here's our folks. We just had fun debating Diego Rivera using his artwork, Man Controller of the Universe. And now look at this beautiful skyline here in the main square of Mexico City. Music and people and babies. Lots of fun. As you can see, a lot of things going on here. It's a beautiful park. Sunday afternoon, people are out with their families. We came back to our Hilton Hotel. Everybody had the rest of the day off. People spent time walking around the city, coming back to the hotel to relax, and ready for a good day tomorrow, going to Our Lady of Guadalupe at Tepeyac Hill.